Good morning. We are live this morning. It is Brent Harding, and welcome to a new edition of the Wealth Warrior broadcast. How is everybody doing this morning? It is a pleasure to be with you, as always. And I just want to start out by letting you know it is a balmy 60 degrees plus in the state of Massachusetts. Across the pond, we have Rabi Abukar. I'm not sure what it's like over there, but I can tell you what it's like here. Want to start out by sharing with you what is today's topic. Wealth is a mission. Wealth is a mission. What is the definition of mission? The definition of mission is a single focused state of mind that leads to a specific destination. The destination is what you choose for it to be. However, it is still focus. It is laser beam focus. That's why oftentimes you will hear me say, quote, something that I saw. I do not know who actually wrote it. However, I absolutely love it. And that is this: starve your distractions and feed the focus. Put the blinders on so that we can see that wealth is the mission. And the question is, are you in the game? You know, if we were to take an app and play the game Monopoly or something of that nature, we would get very clear that that is a game. If we were to take Robert Kiyosaki's Rich Dad, Poor Dad and treat our lives as the game that he speaks about or shows us how to play, he actually has said it is a game. It is understanding how to play it. We have been at this for 3 years. And my question is, has your life changed? Has it improved? Have you got closer to the mission? If you were to talk to somebody in the military, the mission is the language that they use to describe it, the state of mind that they get in is absolutely extraordinary. We have various kinds of missions. Are you on a spiritual mission? It is about that definitive word, mission, and what it causes to happen in your body. I was watching something yesterday, and what that person said was that it is about your attitude. It is about the attitude that gets you there. And so, my question for you is, what is your attitude relative to your mission? Are you actually on that? Are you actually fulfilling what you said that you were going to do? And that's what today is about: is what is your definition of mission? And are you actually fulfilling it? I'm going to tell you something. Next month's broadcast, October, I have finally come to the conclusion that in order to get us to that first place, that first level, we are going to take some action. I am actually seeking out, reaching out to a colleague to say, can we put something together? And I'll tell you what, I've got determination personified. So, with that being said, let me start off by giving acknowledgments. And the very first one right off the plate, Nelly Rosario, I'm telling you, committed woman. I appreciate her, love her tremendously. And I'm saying good morning. I sent her an emoji with hearts on it. So good morning. Good morning to Pamela Stone out of the great state of Ohio. And then we have Rabi Abukar, who is from the continent of Africa. Vivian Williams, thank you so much for that sweet. She said, Brent, you just do not age. I'm like, I'm in love with this woman. Megan Dunas, good morning. And I hope I'm always pronouncing it right. Dean, it would be Dina Calendar. Hi there. Great morning to you. Craig Inge Sr., great morning. Chantel Bethea, I'm going to share this with you. If you are looking for an organization to contribute to, where your dollars are actually going to get used, where you can feel assured that your dollars are actually going to get utilized for the people that that organization serves, then I applaud, beg, plead with you to make donations to Chantel Bethea's organization, which is Women Inc. It's about women. Excuse me, I rephrase, Women in Action. It's based in Worcester, Massachusetts. And I tell you truly, this is a woman with pure and unadulterated heart. Family woman, cares tremendously about her children, cares about the women that she serves in Worcester, is expanding to other areas. I ask and applaud you, if you're going to do some donating before the end of the year, make a donation to her organization. We've got travel pros that are acknowledged today. Linda Davis out of Boston, Massachusetts, and Tony Clarence Brown. My question is, where are you traveling now? Prez Palmer, great morning. And Kelly McGovern, if you are in real estate, you are looking for a mortgage, guess what? She should be your go-to person for your mortgage. With that being said, we're saying mission. What is your mission definition? Singular focus to get to a destination that you have defined is the mission. So with that being said, what is your definition, or what is your mission as it relates to wealth? What is your mission as it relates to wealth? I've got to share this with you. Wealth is a choice. Now, some of us will look at it and go, oh, Brent, what are you talking? Yes, wealth is a choice. We can choose to save the money until we get to a singular destination. I have a colleague out in Mississippi who purchased a vehicle, and she is a person, the means are not strong. However, one of the things that I appreciated that she said was, Brent, I need to get a car. I am on disability. It may take you a while. It took her 3 years. Now she already has a home. She's an alternative home. And I don't want to out her, so I'm going to merely say an alternative home. Took her 3 years to save the money, but she was singularly focused, had a destination, and that destination was to buy a specific car that was going to change her transportation life. And it was interesting because sometimes when I get money, I will take a percentage, 5 or 10%, and I'm going to set that aside. And I'm going to set that aside to do some things. It might go to my spiritual congregation. It may go to an individual. And in this case, it went to her. And she said, I want to share with you that donation got me over the top. She got the car that she wanted because she was singularly focused in terms of saving the money to get what she was looking for. So it is a choice, ladies and gentlemen. And you and I both know that I have spent enjoyably the last 3 years of my existence many Saturday mornings talking about wealth. And it occurred to me recently that, okay, Brent, you preaching it, you're speaking it, you're on the map, but now you've got to really pull people hard. You got to pull them hard because the format of the broadcast is changing as of the first Saturday in November. I'll be talking about that a little bit later. So with that being said, and it is a choice, my first question is, how's your cash doing? Do you have money invested? Do you have cash? Can you sustain yourself for 3 months if something happened? I was talking to a colleague yesterday, and she said, Brent, I didn't go to work and I didn't get paid. Do you have the money to sustain you through the lack of payment time? So it is about cash. And right now, one of the things that we know is cash is fastly becoming king. When we get to segment 3, when we're talking about what are economists saying, I'll be discussing the cash. Your retirement funds. So again, cash is a choice. You can choose to save it. You can choose to marshal it out. You can choose to percentage out your money, but it's always about a choice. Retirement. Are you paying attention to your retirement account? Where is the money being spent? Where is the money being designated? That's what I want to know. Where is the money being designated? And I just had to give a shout out to Pamela Stone. She just joined the broadcast. Great morning, Pamela. Good morning, good morning, good morning. And let me show you some love. So, where is your retirement money being designated? Are you paying attention to where whoever the management is of your money is handling it? Are you paying attention to how they're handling it? Where is it going? You know, some of us put that money in, and guess what? That's it. We're not doing anything else with that money. And then we get angry when it's not growing. I want to tell you something. You want to know an expert that is handling her money herself personally? Pamela Stone, handling her money. Next one, real estate. Are you investing in real estate? I will tell you right now, if you live in Boston, specifically the town of Roxbury, and you have got land, you've got leverage. You know, land is much, it is much less expensive, much cheaper to purchase land than it is to purchase a house if you purchased it at the right time. There are opportunities everywhere. I tell you right now, if you are living in Roxbury and you've got land, you can leverage that land to buy other property. Leverage that land to purchase a house. Do the research. Do not be quick on selling it. I will tell you, in our family, we were very fortunate that we did the research. Get an appraisal. Spend the $500. Get an appraisal so that you can make decisions and you do not sell it off unwisely. Choices. We've talked about cash, retirement, land, real estate, and in particular, I'm talking about land. Tangibles. What other things do you have a choice in that are wealth? You remember the gold rush where everybody wanted your gold and people were selling that gold off. They were throwing it for hundreds and the companies were making thousands, millions. I'm not going to begrudge them. You know why? Because they did their research. They fast forwarded. Do you realize that companies like McDonald's, Burger King, fast food entities, they are making decisions for activity that's going to occur 20 years down the line. They know when the buffalo wings are going to come out. They know when to introduce it and test market it. So take your jewelry to a jewelry store. And what you're saying to them is, I'd like to get it appraised. Pay for the appraisal. Figure out what it is that caused the value to be there. And I've got news for you. I like costume jewelry also. I like to wear costume jewelry. I go and buy that costume jewelry at secondhand locations, at consignment stores, because guess what? I'm not paying $75 for something that is costume that I could put that $75 into something that is very tangible. Now, I'm not begrudging those that do. I'm merely saying our destination is wealth. And it is clearly time for us to be on that destination. We've been at it for 3 years. You know, what is that statement that says we have been rehearsing? We only got 2 more years, guys. We have been rehearsing. And what's interesting is our timeline is falling right in line with the bell curve. Remember what we said? We said that 2018, we talked about 2006 and 2008, and now we said 2016. It is 2018. We have been in the form stage. What happens after the form? We have the storm where cash is king. So you're checking on those tangibles. What's another tangible? Another tangible, your insurance policy. What can you do to leverage your insurance policy? That is a tangible. What about the artwork that people have given you over the years or that you've picked up over the years? Is it a possible? Are you ready for this? I was looking on GoDaddy on the URLs that I have. Two of my URLs can be marketed out for over $1,000. Marketed out for over. In other words, they're saying if you want to sell it, I can go into a partnership. There is a better word for that, but that's not it. But we'll use partnership for the time being. I can go into a partnership with them and sell my URL. It has value. That, ladies and gentlemen, is an intangible. So there's tangibles that you can be selling off, hard, feel it, touch it. And then there are intangibles. And that is an intangible. Sellable. Check out your URLs. You never know. Didn't think about that one, did you? Yes, yes, yes. Now, for those of you who have met Dr. Wright, seen her in the past, she talks about investing, and there are companies that you and I can invest, literally invest in. They have investment clubs for their specific company. So investments start at $100. So there isn't anybody that is within my hearing distance, in my listening distance, hearing distance, that should not be positioned to invest in. Let me rephrase that because we want to take the negative. We don't want the negative to come out in the air. So every one of us should be positioned to invest. $100 can get you started. So that's why I say to you, wealth is a choice. Are you choosing it? Are you willing to work at it? Because guess what? Dress rehearsal is over. It is showtime. We are on stage, and stage begins November 1st. So, with that being said, let me share announcements. I have got announcements, ladies and gentlemen. I know you're going to say, okay, Brent, you told me to set this date aside. I set it aside. And if I bought my plane ticket, I will kill you. We have revamped what the event is going to be, and we've moved the date. And I'll tell you why. November 13th, that's it. I booked the space. Save the date. It is a Tuesday evening. Take a long vacation. Take a vacation and come to Boston. Yes, it's going to be a little bit chilly, so bring a coat. We've got so much that you can go and see. You've got all of the historic. You've got the Black Freedom Trail. You've got the Freedom Trail of Massachusetts. You've got historic sites to see. We are a wonderful city. If you like history, if you like touring, let me tell you something. We have it here in Boston. And so you need to just come on down and join us in Boston. It is not cold enough yet where we got snow on the ground. Please let me not have to live that down. But it is an awesome place to come and visit. So Tuesday, November 13th, the space has been booked. The event, Brent's year-end party, and I'm doing it before everybody else. Brent's year-end party, and I'm doing it before everybody else. I am doing that in concert with my associate, great gentleman, Wilbur Brown from TRS. Together, we are doing a year-end event. It'll start at 6:30, from 6:30 to 9 o'clock. And here's the deal. We are going to have various gifts. There are going to be industries that we're going to ask you to invite. This is the entrepreneurial community event. So for the entrepreneurs, for the small business owners, the large business owners, we want you there for that event. This is a year-end entrepreneurial community event. And for those of you who attend and bring individuals with you that fall into the categories of people that we want to interact with, we're going to give you points. The person that gets the most amount of points, obviously, wins a prize. You're rewarded. We are going to have some fun and games. For example, who can meet the most amount of people in the room within a certain period of time. You get points. And so it is going to be a nice, fun 2.5 hours. We're going to have time for networking, getting to know each other, and to go into the new year with new friends, new colleagues, new individuals that you can pick up the phone and have some dialogue, pick up the phone and change somebody's life. So that is Tuesday, November 13th. I'm actually finally going to post that. So it's real. And that leads me into the second announcement. My interns will be onboarded. I am so enthusiastic. As of October 1st, we have official interns on board with Brent S. Harding Co. I like to say Brent Co. Live. We will be Brent Co. Live on October 1st. And so I'm enthusiastic about that. And those are the individuals that are going to help pull this event off. There are no more solo events for Brent. It is going to be, she's got a team to help. Also, I want to welcome Erica Legier. She is going to be our videographer. She has a fine company. She does video. She also does stills. She does our portrait pictures, the like. You want to go up to her page, and it's Erica Legier, Legere, Erica Erika, and she is going to be our official videographer. And I am thoroughly jazzed to have finally started working with her. So just in case you were wondering, yes, plenty of notes, I'm telling you. So let me go on to the next page. What are economists saying? They're saying a storm is coming. That's right, a storm is coming. Button down the hatches. They are sharing with us, as I shared, cash is king. Hold on to the cash and get ready to make deals, because the deals are coming. However, do not get distracted. I love something that Cammie Baker says. People get distracted by the shiny lights. Oh my goodness, there's something over there. Oh, there's something over there. Oh, look at that one. Do not get distracted. You want to hold on to that cash, because the storm is just going to be getting started. Just going to be getting started. And so what you want to do is you want to pick and choose wisely. You want to pick your market segments that you are going to be investing in, and then watch them. Then start watching them. And here's the thing. We all need to become students of economy. We all need to become the SMEs of our lives. And we need to understand, dissect it. Where do we save? Where do we spend? At the end of the day, no one can say that it is your fault, or it is your fault, or it is your fault. No. You are the CEO of you. Whatever your name is, Brent Harding, CEO, Nellie Rosario, CEO, Pamela Stone, CEO, Kelly McGovern, CEO, Al Peters, CEO. All of us are the CEOs of our universe. And so nobody can be blamed but us if we do not take the action. So with that being said, let's hit it. What did we talk about today? One, wealth is a mission. Wealth is the mission. Are you in the game? If there was an app, we'd be playing the app. Well, guess what? The app is us. Robert Kiyosaki has a great game about wealth. Monopoly, wealth. Play the game. Figure out what are your best and strongest suits. But I'm telling you, it starts, the foundation is, in fact, real estate. October, it is all about real estate, and more real estate. And I've got good stuff to share with you. We gave acknowledgments. I want to tell you, thank you very much. Pamela Stone, Robbie Abukar, Vivian Williams, Megan Dumas, Dina Callender, Craig N. Sr., Chantel Bethea, Tony Clarence Brown, Linda Davis, Prez Palmer, Kelly McGovern. And by the way, Linda Davis, you've got the early riser for domestic, and Robbie Abukar for the international. We talked about what is wealth, categories of wealth that you can be an expert in. Are you an expert in saving the cash? Are you an expert in trimming the budget so that you are financially prepared when the deals start to happen? Are you watching that where the retirement money, who's managing your retirement money? Are you watching where they're investing it? Do you have the right and the authority to direct where you want your money to be invested? Those are questions that we need to ask. Land is something that is very valuable. And if you are living in Roxbury, Massachusetts, holy smokes, your land is valuable. Leverage it. Leverage it. And I'll tell you this, if somebody comes in and says, I want to purchase your property, and they do not look like they are real buyers, or you're saying, you're thinking about what's their income, where do you work, how long you've been working there, and you're estimating the income, and you're saying that that house is selling for 600,000, and you're figuring that the folks there probably together, husband and wife, are making about 70,000. The likelihood is there is a real possibility that they are the straw, that they have been brought in to purchase on behalf of the end buyer. I'm just saying. Tangibles. Do you have tangibles that have value that can be leveraged? The intangibles, like I said, looked on GoDaddy, my URL has value. I think I'm going to keep that URL. I think so. How about investing? There are companies that will take your investment. They have investment clubs because they want to bypass things such as the New York Stock Exchange, or maybe they're not publicly traded. And they want to bypass that, and they want to group your money together, and they will pay you a residual for doing that. How about that? Okay, we also talked about November 13th. Mark your calendar, get your flight. You want to be in Boston for Brent's year-end event. Doing it before somebody else does. Brent's year-end event, I'm doing it before somebody else. And it's being done in concert with Wilbur Brown. Wilbur Brown is the founder of TRS here in Boston. Want to welcome our new interns. They're onboarding October 1st. Also, Erica Leger is now our videographer. I am so enthusiastic about that. Want to extend prayers, and we are hoping that there is a turnaround in Puerto Rico. We've heard so much about that, and people are suffering. One of the commentators said, guess what? You want to help Puerto Rico? Travel there. They need your tourism dollars. There are places that have been rebuilt, and you want to talk to somebody that can put together a tour for you, then you want to talk to members that are right here in the Wealth Warrior family. Linda Davis, Tony Clarence Brown, they are real estate professionals. Edward Chatterton, who works closely with Linda Davis, they are our travel professionals. Talk to them about taking a tour, going to Puerto Rico. Help support our family, because guess what? Puerto Ricans are Americans. Let's support our brothers and sisters. Also want to give a shout out to those that have suffered the consequences of our tornado, of the deluge that is occurring in Florence. You've got 3 basketball players that have stepped up, and they are actually putting together a funding to raise $500,000 to help the families that have suffered as a result of Florence. Please go up. You know what? Every dollar counts. Want to share with you that the October broadcast is going to be all about real estate, and encouraging you to go up to the Brent S. Harding Co. Facebook page and join that. There are going to be some monumental changes come November 1st. Want you to go up and join that page because I am compressing. I'll say more about that as we get closer to the end of October. But please go up to my Facebook page, like it, and join it. The first Saturday in November, the format changes. So, with that being said, I am encouraging you to go out today and be extraordinary and have an amazing remainder of the weekend. Thank you so much for being with me. Bye now.